What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As always, it is appreciated, and I am super excited for today's video because today is the day we start building Yaz her dream RX7. Now, just in case you did not watch the previous video, need a little backstory. This is my wife's right-hand drive Mazda RX7 that we have owned now for about 2 months. It is her dream car. She bought it herself. I just went out, picked it up, and helped her work on it. And unfortunately, about a month ago, once we owned the car for like a month and a half, she was taking our kids to school because my Q50 was down, and a tow truck that lives down the street took a wide turn and hit her rear quarter panel, causing all of these issues. And even though the body shop quoted what it would cost to fix the body, they said that they cannot touch it because they can't order OEM Mazda parts anymore because the car is too old, which pretty much left us to do it ourselves, which we were gonna do anyways, and it gave us the perfect opportunity. Which is where this giant box comes in, because in this box is not only everything that we need to cover up and fix this part of her car, but also parts to start off her dream RX7. Since she bought this car, even before she bought this car, she had an idea of how she wanted to build her RX7, similar to the one that we saw in Japan at the beginning of the year, but with her own style and twist added to it, of course. And again, as unfortunate as this was, like all car people do, we took the insurance money and used this as an opportunity to get the items that she really wanted to start off her dream build. So she gets home in about 30 minutes. We're gonna wait for her. We are not touching this until she gets home. We'll get her reaction, and hopefully she's gonna wanna start working on it today, at least taking stuff out, getting her reaction of everything, and we can start kind of seeing what we have to work with. All the good stuff. Front fenders. Ooh, we got rear fenders. This is pretty much what we're working with. Obviously, we still have to fully take everything out, get it together, but we just wanted to kind of mock everything up to see roughly what we're going to be looking like with this kit. But it is really cool that she ordered the entire kit and it came in a giant box, and it's going to be like one whole thing that we get to start working on. So this is the REGT style kit. Super excited for this. Again, what's nice about this kit is we don't have to chop up the front fenders. We don't have to mess with the side skirts. We literally just need to unbolt those and put all that stuff up. The only cutting that we're going to have to do is on the rear fender, which is messed up anyways. So no harm done, and it's actually covering up the issue that was made. So it's all perfect. So screw the guy from down the street. He ended up helping her make her dream build happen a little sooner. So me and Jonathan have been working on a bunch of different projects today, but we have some spare time. Yaz is in the mood to work on her car, so we're going to start mocking things up and getting the process started of this wide body kit. How are you?
Wrench, yeah, get to work.
There you go. How are you feeling about this, Jonathan? Because you were scared at first. You were nervous.
I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be that bad, if I'm being honest.
We were just talking because we both had, well, I've had my car for years, and when I took out this body kit, I smelt all the fiberglass and everything, and I haven't had like that smell since buying like my front and rear bumpers for my car years ago. So it's been a long time since like I've bought a body kit, and Jonathan was saying the same thing, that he hasn't installed a body kit since his Rocket Bunny kit on his car. So we are pretty excited to get into this because it's like back to the roots of OG stuff that we used to do that we haven't done in years, and we get to do it to her car and to an RX7, which is awesome. So
can I start taking shit apart?
Yeah, let's get into it. First fender and the front bumper off. You feeling it yet? That's official. Stuff's actually starting to come off. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You okay? Yeah, you feeling it yet, Mr. Krebs? Well, it's just like, you know, this is your baby. It's your dream car, and now it's like, looks like shit. But we got the fender liner out because it was blocking some of the area that we needed as well as a little spot. So we're gonna mock this up again, and hopefully everything lines up pretty good and we won't need too much modification.
There's one here too. I don't know if this tab though goes.
There you go.
Oh, that fits way better.
There you go.
Is it fitting?
Yeah, I mean it's on here, but 110%. We're gonna have to sand this down for this door to open.
Sharpie. And just kind of mark.
We're both holding this. If you can get a Sharpie.
Fuck you.
Promise? So still chugging along with this process, not too far into it yet, but so far the first fender is looking pretty good. We have the 2 top bolts put back on. This gap looks honestly pretty manageable. Right now it is a little too tight still, just because when we open the door it does hit, but what we're gonna do to solve that is just cut out a little bit of the inside. And this fitment right here is absolutely perfect. Like for what it is, like that, I mean the holes almost lined up perfectly. They were a little off, but this is really tight fitment for an over fender. If we were running slick lights, which a lot of people do with this kit or just in general on RX7s, that would be perfect fitment and we would not need to touch it. But we are keeping the pop-ups because 90 JDM car, why would we not keep the pop-ups? So we are gonna do a little bit of sanding there just to make that work. And then we may have to fill in a little bit for perfect fitment on the hood. But now that this is good, next step, put the wheel back on, take the jack off, and then we can try working on the side skirts because we're gonna need that space free. Because we're gonna need this space free for that guy. So just mocking everything up. This is where we're running into an issue. We were pretty impressed on the fitment on the front fender, but here,
not so much here.
Yeah. So as we stated, the side skirt is half of the front fender, so that has to sit perfectly up there. We know where our starting point is, which is why we wanted to start this way back. The problem is this rear fender and this piece is not lining up because we know where this needs to sit based on the tail light and the gas cap, and it is not lining up with this. Our thought process so far, as we have to cut a little bit of the inside anyways, is to just kind of follow this line through, cut some of the new fender off, and then just do body work to close off that gap. So what we're thinking, don't know if it's the option we're going to do just yet, but this part of the kit is going to take some finessing. This is part of the wide bodying process that sucks to do. What are we doing, Jonathan?
We're cutting.
We're cutting as you're sitting there marking an RX7 with permanent marker. We're going to need to do some cutting. We hoped that we didn't, but for this to line up, because we know exactly where the front piece has to go, this small area here, it has to go. Like there's nothing else we can do about it. Again, it being crashed already does make this easier because it's already messed up. So it's not like we're doing this to a fresh, perfect RX7. We are just cutting what we have to, and then we'll pull out the rest. But it is always nerve-wracking cutting into a car, especially one that is a JDM legend. For RX7, but it's okay. It's gonna look better.
Perfect. Damn, I drew that line perfect.
Well, as much as it sucked, this is why we had to do it, because it is now on pretty much. Obviously, we still have a lot to do. Still need to bolt those two together and get all this done, but even without that, it's just being held on by itself. So far, this is how we're looking. Everything's looking pretty good. Again, we do have to do some extra cutting on this fender just for it to blend, but we're also going to be extending it because Yaz isn't really a fan of the roundness of this fender. At first, I really didn't see the need to change it, but she does have a good eye for design and things, and while looking at it more, hopefully you guys can see it on the camera, but it's going to follow this straight line here, and I do believe that that straight line is going to make the front fender look more uniform, because the front fender and the rear fender almost do look like they'd be from two separate kits. So I do think the straight line will help build that in. We may stop here for the night and then cut just that area, start marking this up, and then do the other side just to make sure that everything's even. But we may save the rest of this for Sunday because obviously this is going to be a big project and we kind of have to pace ourselves while doing this to make sure that everything is done correctly. So I will pick this back up whenever we continue this. Day 2 of working on this kit. Happy day, sad day as well. It is also the day that Gibby is going to be taking home the Q, but he's excited, and I am happy that it is going to a good home. But in the midst of all that, he's going to hang out for a bit and help us get this kit on and adjusted. And then he did mention he has a tool that he can go ahead and pull those dents out of later this week. We've never used one of these before, but we saw a bunch on TikTok when they were viral like 2 years ago. Figured buying one of these was going to be the easiest and best way for us to see exactly what fitment Yaz needs for her car. The fitment tool to mock up what we needed honestly was pretty easy to use. We had an idea of what we thought her wheels would be, or she found some wheels that she had liked, and then we just took those specs, put them into the fitment tool to see whether the specs were good or not, and everything seems to be all good. And she officially did it, guys. She purchased her first set of wheels, her big purchase. I mean, besides the kit and buying an expensive set of wheels, she's going through all the like car people stuff pretty quickly. How do you feel?
Good.
Good? Yeah? A little nervous? Big purchases? No? Excited? Good. So now that the wheel stuff is figured out, we did mock up the side skirt on that side as well. It is a little different. We're going to have to do a little bit of shaving. Same thing, we're going to have to cut. Actually, we already did cut the fender a little bit. So we just have a little bit more adjusting and things there. I think next, now we're going to work on the front bumper area. We may start cutting the left side, and then I think we're going to hold off on this side until we pull out that fender a little bit just to make sure that everything fits right. Front bumper is on. For the most part, it looks like everything fits pretty well. This does stick out a little bit, but once like you pushed it and actually bolt it, it'll be good there. The fitment around the headlights looks pretty good. On the inside of here, we do need to cut a little bit, and there's a small like fender or like a small gap there. But either we can fill that in with fiberglass and Bondo, or maybe even just a rubber trimming piece. But it's coming together between the front bumper, all the fenders. Like we're knocking this out relatively quickly. It's been like a couple hours.
Is now that the front bumper's on, it looks wide. Like,
yeah.
It actually, like from standing right here, it actually looks wide. Because we had the fender on, I was like, it's not that big, and now I'm like, it's fucking wide.
Yeah, she's looking like a spaceship right now. But this front bumper looks so good. The fenders and everything look really good. And like we've said, most people run the sleek lights, but I think with the pop-ups running this kit, like, there's a reason most people run this front bumper by itself, and that mixed with the kit and the wheels that she picked out and just the extra touches that we're going to throw on this car, it's going to look so good, man. She's definitely going to have one of the best looking cars in the state. So today is a day that we really need to push on this RX7 to get as far as we can, because by next weekend we need to start wrapping this car if we want to make our deadline. Thankfully though, on Friday Jonathan came back over and we actually got a handful of things done. For one, on this fender, we were having trouble opening the door without it hitting, so we went ahead and trimmed that. But one of the biggest things that we got done, we got this taken care of. Because before, this was such a tight fit that the pop-ups were not able to do what they needed to do. But now they can go up and down freely without hitting anything. Might not be a major thing to most people, but almost like every single picture that I've looked up, except for one of RX7s with this kit on it, all have the sleek headlights. None of them kept the pop-ups except, like I said, maybe one. So it'll be cool and kind of unique to hers that hers has the pop-ups instead of the sleek light. We also did a little bit of work on these guys as far as cutting out some area that needed to be even. Yeah, so we did go ahead and take a blade and cut this fender to what we needed so that the over fender fits properly. We actually have quite a bit done. Today is just that last stretch of things that we just really really need to push for. So today we are going to get these side skirts trimmed up a little bit so the door can close all the way. Cut out this fender like the other one. Hopefully pull this one. We're waiting on Gilberto to show up to help us with this. If he can't make it today, we're just gonna pull it ourselves. And then officially start on the body work. That way by next Friday, we can go ahead and start the wrapping process on the RX7. It's got it working.
Yeah.
There's still a little divot on the inside, but it can come more over here. It's like right here.
Yeah.
As if this video is teaching you nothing about me and Jonathan, let it be this. We don't know what we are doing with either of these cars. Me and Yaz bought an FD not knowing crap about it. We bought a GTR not knowing crap about it. We don't know fully what we're doing here, but somehow our shenanigans always end up semi-working out.
That shit was the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life.
As soon as I saw you move, dude, I was like, oh, this shit's gonna pop.
So it's gonna straighten out both of them?
As you can see, it's already dark outside. Sorry for not being the greatest YouTuber, but we've just been trying to get done as much as we can, as fast as we can. Shout out to Gilbert and to Jonathan for drilling and putting the over fenders on. As you can tell, like, the fitment is really, really good. There's no like gappage or nothing. It all hugs really well. It's on there nice and secure, and it looks really good. While they were doing that, I was trimming out the gas cap area just to make sure that it can open. We were trying to find a way to extend it, but it just would have taken too long and required too much, so we're just going to do some body work to fill that in and make it look nice. But while I was doing that again, they did go ahead and bolt these guys up. Made those look really good. I think we showed most of it, but we had also pulled out the dent completely. Some body work done there, a tiny bit, but overall looks really, really good, and this kit is just coming along. Still have quite a bit to do. Still have to do some body work over the self taps that we put in. Some body work to make the fenders the way Yaz really wants them. Fully bolt everything up. Still get the car ready to wrap, and obviously wrap the car. So not sure if we're gonna get it done in time, but we're really trying here. Also, over the past couple days while we've been working on the RX7, we've like fully adopted this outside cat. We already have 2 cats, but this guy just keeps showing up and asking for food, and is literally just walking in and out of the garage now. So he's pretty much just ours. Body work and everything is pretty much done, and it is officially time to start wrapping this car. Jonathan has showed up. Babe is excited, ready to go, start wrapping, and we went ahead and pulled her outside before you start yelling at us about wrapping outside. We've wrapped a handful of cars outside, and as long as it's not like super windy or anything, which there's a slight breeze right now, but it's not gonna have to worry about dust or anything like that. It's not gonna be a big deal, because honestly, if you look inside there, the garage is way worse and would probably be like a better chance of getting dust under the wrap if we did it in the garage. And so you guys can see the color. This is the color that we are going to be wrapping the car. This was originally the color for her, but as she is no longer getting built and probably getting sold, it is now going on the RX7. We actually got this wrap at SEMA last year. Only problem is we have no idea how it lays, how it stretches, if it discolors anything, because we have not used this brand before. So it'll be interesting to see how good or bad it actually is. Little by little, it's coming together. So far we have the door, the hood, this fender good to go. We've been doing prep work on just make sure the other fender is good, painting some other like accent parts that we need, but it's looking really good so far. Gibby also showed up to help. He's fixing some of my mistakes. Apparently I'm not as good as bodywork as I thought I am, but overall car's looking really good. By today we should have this left side pretty much done as far as the fender or the side skirt done. The rear fender, I don't know if we're going to start today. Then we'll start the other side, leaving pretty much just the rear of the car and then the front bumper, which is going to be the last thing that we do. We did add some more progress to the RX7 today in the form of putting the tires on the wheels. And these are the wheels that she decided to go with. These are GMRs. I don't remember the name of the actual like face of these wheels, but I think they look really good. They do have a pretty aggressive lip. And yeah, she's definitely going to be hot boying in this RX7. Me and Jonathan finished wrapping this last night at like 12:30, and today we do plan to go take photos of it later just as reveal photos, and then Yas has a like Halloween shoot planned for tomorrow. So today is the final day of putting everything back together, bolt everything up, and just the final touches, which I've been working on. Right now the front bumper is back on, the side skirts are on. Only things that like aren't on are the mirrors because they're over there curing from some paint that we did, and then I do need to do some like touch-up things. This car was definitely painted at like a Mako or somewhere like that, where they just literally said screw it and painted everything. There's overspray on literally everything, so I'm gonna have to go around and hand paint a couple things just to help it blend in, but we are running out of time to go take photos later, so I'm gonna pull this out. I'm just gonna have Yas see it as is, as it's put together and it's like 99% done, get her reaction, and then she can help me put on the final touches to just make this thing fully complete. It is currently a crisp morning, and I woke up early to get some reveal photos for Yas because she wants to reveal the car on her Instagram tomorrow. The RX7 is officially finished. I apologize, I don't remember what the last clip was, but again, we were just kind of moving through this car, trying to get it done as quick as we can. I don't know if I mentioned it, but the show that we were pushing for actually got canceled, so we didn't get to reveal it at the show. But it did allow us to kind of spend a little more time on some of the details and just make it look nicer, and I'm super grateful for that. So without further ado, here's the reveal of my wife's dream RX7. So it is done for now, at least. This isn't the final form. Yeah, I still need to decide whether she wants to run the front canards, add the side ones, or anything else. We also ordered a diffuser for her that has not come in yet, unfortunately. But overall, the car is looking really good. I think the wheels ended up being a perfect choice. They still give her plenty of lip on both the front and the rear while being protruded because of the design and it sticking away from the brakes. So she has like just the perfect clearance when she turns or anything like that. We did lower the back a tiny bit just to even it out because it was raking before. And then of course where the car was in an accident is completely gone. You can't see the dent anymore. All that's filled in and it just looks way better than it did before it was hit. And the car is just looking so good overall. Of course, it sucks that it was hit, but in the end, it ended up being a good thing because this car would not have looked even close to this for at least 5 years. Between how much the wheels cost, the body kit, and everything else, it would have taken a while for Yas to be able to save up enough money to put into this, because again, she does not ever waste money on herself, so she has to like have enough to be able to, you know, want to spend anything. So in the end, this turned out to be a good thing because now she has pretty much a fully built RX7. We still need to do a couple performance mods, add a couple things just to finalize it, but the car's looking awesome. I'm super happy for her. But let me know what you guys think. Did we end up doing a good job on this? What would you rate this RX-7 out of 10? And if you can, drop a congratulations for her in the comments, because again, she did work really hard just to buy herself the car, and then disaster happened and got hit. But now it's looking amazing, and she has one of the cleanest cars in the state. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already. Now that her dream RX-7 is built, it's time for me to build my dream GTR. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace out.